thing that I have to remind myself a lot, actually, is that there's no rules. Like, just make, well, there are rules. But most of the rules that stress me out, right? That like, I have to do it this way, or it has to look this way, are self-imposed. They're lies. It's me being afraid of what people will think, or, like, this isn't how you're supposed to do it, or what will they say, right? And I don't know, I've been super fascinated. I need to draw. Either I draw or I talk. I've been super fascinated recently with my 3-year-old little girl, Emily. She's super creative, and I love the joy that she has in creation. And I love the lack of fear, the total absence of fear. So I've been thinking about it more in my own work of, how can I be more fearless, and have more joy in the process, and I really believe that if you're in that place of joyful creating, which, here, let me tell you what I'm doing here. There's this really nice halftone on this temple. Let me get this big broad flat one. You can just put it in really carefully with your charcoal pencil, but sometimes I'll tone up with that vine charcoal and press it into the paper so that it's not just puffing away, right? It's kind of, it's more permanently in there. In fact, I don't know, maybe we'll do that here. There's this wonderful darkness of his mouth and under his nose. Maybe we'll build it up. We'll be fearless and childlike in our approach to this, and not say there's just one way that you should do this. I love how subtle the tones are with this stuff. And I don't ever really use it, but maybe that's part of the blessing of doing these demos, is that I'm learning how to draw. I don't do this much. I don't, I'll put it in with a pencil almost always, just my normal pencil. But that is me putting it in with vine instead. And it's interesting. This paper has, there's just such a nice tooth, like a broken edge to the paper, a graininess to it that I really, really love. And it's not mechanical. Well, you're kind of seeing like a mechanical texture through there, but it's less mechanical than like the Canson. That stuff drives me crazy. And there's some really nice drawings that have been done on it. But yeah, just that perfect weave of that paper really bothers me. Okay, so I like the more organic feel of this paper. This drawing is, or this photo is grainy and there's not as much detail, not as much, it's not nearly as clear as my scrap usually is. And so I'm having to kind of wing a lot of it. But that's okay too. I think that's good probably. This is like where the only real shadows there behind his ear and back of his head here. I think that I'm gonna like this a lot more the sooner I stop. I have a feeling, I have a bit of a feeling that there should be some serious stoppage in this drawing. So we'll see what we can do to stop before we ruin it. I will try my best. Wish me luck. Pray for me. I love ears, like you can feel that, like the roundness, the way that thing pushes out, the form pushing out on this side and the form pushing out on this side. There's just a real, like, makes you want to squeeze, makes you want to go, and feel this ear, which is a really strange thing to say. And I wish I wouldn't have said it, but there you go. This is my Conte pencil, and it has kind of it's able to grab the top of the paper better than any of the things that I work with. So I'll use it to kind of add texture to a drawing a little bit in places that I need it. And for this one, I mean, often I don't use the Conte at all. It never comes out. But for this one, I have like this desire to leave as much as I can. So what I'm going to try to do is get just an implied sense of beardness. And leave it. soft edge that we have a It's okay if we don't even see the back of his head. You know what I mean? There's no rules, right? I don't have to draw a line around that thing. I want to kind of close. We still just have the tone of his. As you look at this drawing though, there's like hardly any modeling going on. There's that lightness on the bridge of the nose, and then again, kind of a couple little hard edges around the eyes. There's a bit of light on the cheek there. A bit of light there. We're going to make up a little bit of light on the forehead. And then there's the white of his hair on his temples.